Vicente Arenas joins us now in Wimberley, southwest of Austin. Vicente, show us around, show us the damage and the flooding that you're seeing right there.
It's massive. Megan and Elaine, to give you an idea of how bad it was here, in this spot that I'm standing in, I would have been under several feet of water, and the river would have been raging all around me. It took with it these huge trees, just knocked them down on their side, pulled them up from their roots, twisted them around, and then over here you can see there are some boulders. In some cases, the boulders were moved where they had been for many, many years. So that gives an idea of how powerful this river has been moving. This is the Blanco River behind me. Right now, it's still considered in a very dangerous situation because it is still raging. The ground is saturated, so if there's any more rain that falls here, it could turn into a real problem. Meg and Elaine?
Wow, Vicente, you really do get a sense of just the force there. Well, as you mentioned in your piece, several people are still missing, and the severe weather is expected to continue today. How will that affect the search and rescue teams?
In a very big way, Elaine, because one of the problems is that the debris field, if you just look at what's behind me right here, imagine this for miles and miles and miles, both upstream and downstream. So when you're looking for 12 people, you have these trees, you have houses, and I don't know if our photographer can pan over to this way to look over to this house right here. This is actually, if I can describe it for you just a little bit, these are two houses that just crashed into each other. They lifted off their foundations and then basically collided. So what you have up and down the Blanco River are these structures that are just nothing but debris. So imagine if you're a searcher, you're looking for survivors, there could be anywhere, there could be anybody anywhere at any time. The hope is fading fast for them, but first they have to figure out if in fact they are missing and alive somewhere, or perhaps they are dead somewhere along the river. Meg and Elaine?
Vicente, how far does this destruction stretch along this river?
For several miles. I mean, this is a very long river in central Texas, and it heads south from here. And what happens is whenever it rains, it just fills up very quickly. And not only is the river the problem, but you also have a lot of creeks in this area. So yesterday, as I was driving and leaving here, you go down these little farm to market roads or country roads. They're 2-lane paved roads. You come over hill and boom, all of a sudden there's a low water crossing that's filled with water. Whether that water crossing is filled with water depends on how much rain has fallen in just the past 30 minutes or so. You see, right now, there's so much rain that has fallen that this is just like a bowl that fills up with water very quickly, so everybody has to be very careful. Meg and Elaine?
All right, Vicente Arenas reporting from Wimberley, Texas for us. Thank you.